Good morning, everyone. My name is Dan Deegan, and I am the instructional supervisor for the vocational program. And this is the presentation for our program. So let's just jump right in. So what does a community college do? Well, a community college is basically broken into two separate components. It's a way to look at it, and it's very understandable if you look at it this way. So we have non-degree programs, which is the program that I represent, and we have degree programs. Degree programs are kind of the programs that are, when we think of traditional schools and traditional type of semesters and credits, college credits, those are your degree programs in the community college system. In the non-degree programs, we start basically as we're not tied to a semester as the other programs are. We basically respond to the need of the community, and we have that flexibility. Also, it's a shorter road to employment, and that is the mission that we are charged with. It's education. It's the education of the workforce. Our programs offer credentials that employers are looking for in Wake County and in the surrounding areas. Programs, electric wiring, electrical contractor exam prep, welding, carpentry. These are some of the programs that we have. Electric wiring is your baseline program, sets the foundation. Electrical contractor exam prep are for those individuals that have already in the electrical field and are looking to move their careers forward to contractors. Welding, we offer industrial welding certificate, and what basically that does is that's everything from the hobbyist to those people that aren't really sure what welding is about and they want to get involved with it. It's also for those that want to kind of begin someplace and then move on to the curriculum side of the school. Curriculum also offers a welding program. Carpentry, same type of thing. We have all different levels, all different people coming in, people that just want to understand when a contractor comes to their house and have a better understanding, or those individuals that are looking to actually do carpentry themselves. We have certified apartment maintenance technician, drywall, building codes, and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Our HVAC, the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning course, covers the theories and practical fundamentals of the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning process, right? Students will learn to diagnose and repair all system components, including residential air conditioning and heating systems. So myself and another person on the vocational program team actually took this course as students, and it is intensive. It leads to an EPA certification, which allows you to purchase refrigerant on a national level. And in fact, to actually get into any of the stores to buy any of the HVAC equipment from an HVAC store, you need that certificate. So that certificate leads directly to employment. I also went on Indeed.com, and as you can imagine, in our area, there are technicians that are in high demand. There is no prerequisite for that course. You can sign up and take it. Building codes, for those individuals that are interested in pursuing building inspecting as a career for municipalities, we start off with building standards level 1. And in that particular course, we have students from real estate agents, homeowners, people that are looking to change careers. And we also have individuals coming in from the trades that have, they want to move into a different area of their particular careers. And then we have people that are coming in that basically they're just interested in building codes. They're interested in that as a career. Drywall, of course, is the how to put up the drywall. And here again, it's for those people of all levels, people that are looking to go into this as a career, but people that are also homeowners. Certified apartment maintenance technician, Right, so this course prepares students for entry-level maintenance positions in the multifamily and apartment housing industry and is designed to meet the training requirements for certification as an apartment maintenance tech. The associations are National Apartment Association and Triangle Apartment Association. This particular course actually has a requirement before you enter, right? So you need a GED or a high school diploma or a career readiness certificate at the bronze level or higher. And if you're not familiar with that, you may have heard it as work keys, right? So those are the prerequisites to get in. And when the student leaves, basically, they are preparing for an exam where you can work in any of the 50 states. So that's a national credential that the student leaves with. And obviously that is in high demand in the area here. And jobs are basically starting from $13 to $20 per hour. The other thing too, before I move on, is the building codes. Those jobs are in extremely high demand. We have created a consortium of supervisors in the surrounding towns, Apex, Wake Forest, Fuquay, Varina, Raleigh, and we have meetings where we're trying to meet the needs out in the community. We also have those individuals come and address the class the first day, so we're able to connect people who are taking the class with possible ideas to move into it as a career. Moving on here, we also offer Escort Driver, auto dealer pre-licensing 12-hour course, vehicle safety inspection, and our On-Board Diagnostic OBD2 vehicle emission inspection. So the Escort Driver, we've all been down the highway and you see these wide loads coming down and all the vehicles, the safety vehicles that are coming through that are escorting that particular load through the state. So that's an 8-hour course. It's a certificate through DMV. Here again, leads directly to employment. Auto dealership pre-licensing. Anybody who sells 5 or more cars in Wake County in the state or in the state of North Carolina needs to take this course. And you have to take it every year, right? It expires after a year. Needless to say, because of that, the course is extremely popular and we offer it multiple times during the month at 12 hours. And here again, we give, after the test in the course, you take your certificate to Department of Motor Vehicles, which issues you the credential. Vehicle safety inspection and on-board diagnostic. Those are for people that are mechanics or are soon to become licensed mechanics and they're looking to move their career into a little bit further where they can actually do the diagnostic test and or the safety inspection. The on-board is every 2 years and the safety is every 4 years. So we have both new people coming through, people that are looking to get recertified. Very, very popular course, and it just increases your ability to move your career forward with that credential. Here is our contact information. As you can see, I would encourage everyone to take a screenshot of that or take a picture with your camera. This way you have that information. You can reach out. There is my supervisor, Director Garcia. That's her contact information, but also my contact information down below. And there's my email and my phone number. Next up is an HVAC instructor, Antonio Zuniga Paredes, and he will be taken up now for the rest of the presentation.
All right, thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Okay.
I appreciate it. So I got my presentation. Let me know if you see it. Okay. Can all you see the presentation?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, so hello, my name is Antonio Zuniga. I'm the instructor for the HVAC course, but in Spanish. And I'm here more than anything to talk about my story, because I came to the US 2.5 years ago. there was a big drastic change on my lifestyle. Just to put it on perspective, the country where I come from, it's called Honduras. And in that country, the only thing I would do was go to college and then go back home, go back to college and go back home. That was it. But from the moment on when I came here to the US, everything started changing. As a young man, as a young adult, I had my doubts. I didn't know exactly where I was going. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. So that's when I got my first job. My stepdad, he recommended me to learn a little bit about heating and air conditioning. So he told me to go and apply for a job on a warehouse where I could learn the parts and I could learn everything that was needed to do HVAC before I could go straight up to the field or straight out to service. So this first job, I used to win $9 the hour. And to put it on the perspective, I lived on Lillington, and it was 1 hour drive all the way to this warehouse job to win $9 the hour. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. to get there around 5 or 5:10 a.m. And I used to go back home around 9 p.m. So that's where I met my supervisor. And I had a little bit of an issue. My English, it was not that fluent as it is right now. So I really had like a trouble just talking with everybody. But my supervisor, he was a great guy. Well, he still is a great guy. And every time he tried to explain everything, he talked to me slowly. He tried to teach me some of the English. He had some patience with me. And that's when he encouraged me and he told me, "Hey, Antonio, you are really young." And I have seen a lot of young men come here, and all of them have stayed here for a long time, winning the same amount of money that you're winning. I want you to be different. I want you to learn, and I want you to get a better job. And that's when I started getting like courage to pursue a career. And I started thinking, well, my stepdad recommended me to do HVAC, and I already know the parts. So all I gotta do now is go to college, learn, and get some experience. So I talked with a very dear friend of mine who, from that point, that was 2 years and a half ago, to this point, he's still one of my best friends. He recommended me to go to Wake Tech and to go to the continuing education to learn more. Like I said, my main issue was not knowing the language very well. But after doing a little bit of research about Wake Tech and these HVAC courses, I found out that they had that course in Spanish. And that's actually when my life completely changed. I learned about Wake Tech Community College, and I learned about all the program, what I was gonna get, and that's when I think I thought to myself, okay, this is gonna impact my life. This is what I want to see in my future. So the first course that I took was the same as Mr. Daniel was talking about, the heating, ventilation, air conditioning.
Able to succeed in the workforce.
Um,
Invest in three main areas: applied math, graphic literacy, workplace documents. You can earn a certificate
Hello?
at 4 different levels: platinum, gold,
Somebody has the
and
mic
bronze. And you
on.
can show this credential and add it to your resume.
Okay, okay, let's keep going. So I started with the HVAC course, my first course. Like Daniel said, at the end of this course, you will get your EPA certification. But this is a long course. It takes almost 5 or 6 months to finish. Um, I really like. I had a lot of expectations, but I didn't think that I was gonna learn everything. But the good thing is, I had a great teacher. His name is Jose Antonio Rodriguez. uh, I thought he was just gonna be those textbook teachers, but he was actually not. He was that kind of teacher that will teach you some on the textbook, and then he will get you hands on the job. So he will teach you a lot of technical labor, and that's when I learned how to connect the manifold gauges with is the fundamental part of the heating and air conditioning because it's the tools that you utilize to check pressures and to check temperatures inside of the equipment. He taught us how to connect thermostats, which is the one that commands all the units to what are they going to do, depending if it's heating or if it's cooling, or if you only want your fan or what you want to do with it. And also, he teaches how to replace parts and how to troubleshoot. He taught us the basic, which is changing capacitors, how to measure capacitors, things that will actually help you out. So thanks to what he taught me, that's what I'm applying right now, being an instructor as well. That's what I'm teaching them. Okay, so now if you see at the picture on the top left, you can see that's the EPA certification, that's mine. This certification is divided on 4 parts, depending on what refrigerant or what are you going to work on. So in order to get any of those 4 types, you first got to pass the core. If you don't pass the core, you cannot pass anything else. So the core, it talks more about the introduction or the process of the refrigeration. It's not that hard, and it also talks about the ozone depletion. Then type 1 and type 2 is more about refrigerants that are residential and light commercial. Let's say like the ones that you got on your house or the ones that you got on apartments and maybe a main office. And then the type 3 is more about commercial, more about big places like big buildings, malls, shopping centers, and that. And so once you pass that exam, they give you this ESCO Institute certification. Now, Wake Tech also gives you a diploma that certifies you and tells that you passed that course. If you can see the picture down there, it says my name and how many hours I spent on that course, which is really good. I actually got this diploma and I got my EPA certification. I both got it on the resume. And I can tell you that every time I show it to an employer, they get really excited when they see it. And then, I went on to my second certification, which is my CAMT, which is the Certified Apartment Maintenance Technician, which was another one of the ones Daniel talked about. I took this at my next challenge because I wanted to learn how to do stuff on my house without having to call somebody. So I already knew the basics of the AC. So now all I had to do was learn about the appliances, which will be refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers, microwaves, let's say faucets, sinks, and toilets and all that. So at first, when I took it, that was my only plan. But then my life changed when one of my friends recommended me to the place I am working right now, which is an apartment complex. He told me that in this apartment complex, I could train all my heating and air conditioning knowledge, as well as I could apply what I was learning on the CAMT course. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do the course first and I'm gonna see how much do I like it, and then I'm gonna think if I want to apply to that job or not. And the more that I went into the CAMT course, the more I fell in love with it. It had the factors that I like, which was the HVAC, and it had everything else that I could repair in my house. And I had another great teacher. His name is Ricardo Duarte. He does not only teach this class, he also teaches on the curriculum classes. And he was that type of teacher that was always looking for the best for you. At the very end of the classes, I would not only see him as only my teacher, but I will also see him as my mentor. Even to this moment of my life, I still talk with him and he still helps me out some of the times. So I can actually tell you that when the course finished, I was already able to troubleshoot water heaters, stoves, refrigerators, So when I was going to my job, when I was about to pick my job, I knew that I already knew how to do all this stuff. So I was not going to be an entry level or anything. I was going to be somebody that was prepared already. Uh, and if you see again at the pictures on the top left side, I got a certification that WakeTech gave me for passing the course with how many hours I spent on it. And then I had the other one that the National Apartment Association sent me, which certificates me as an apartment maintenance technician. Now, certifications will get you happiness. Just look at that happy guy on that picture. Don't tell me you don't want to be like him. You want to be happy, right? This time it was me on that picture, but next time it could be you. And you know, you might even have more and more and more certifications than I do. Who knows? Now, another thing that certifications can give you is it can get you more attention. What do I mean with this? Is that if you go and apply to a job, they will look and they will see, oh, this guy or this girl has a certification. You know, that means that he has the knowledge and he probably has the practice to apply it on my job. Also, that when you have the certifications, you can legally do something. For example, on the EPA, if you got your EPA certification, you will be able to legally use and buy refrigerant. Now, as a second point, I have it will increase your money earnings. Just to give you a little example, me and my friend, we started doing maintenance at the same time. We win the same exact amount of money, but because we both got the certification, we both win the same amount of money as people that has 10 or 15 years working on the same field, which is the maintenance. And it also gives you time to prove yourself, as they know you got your certifications, they will let you accommodate because they trust in you. So they will give you time to prove yourself. And you know, thanks to these certifications, I'm currently a maintenance technician supervisor at my property. It also encouraged me to become a curriculum student for the heating and air conditioning program. And also, thanks to this and thanks to Maria Obregon and Maribel, I became an HVAC instructor for the continuing education in Spanish. So really quickly, I will tell you reasons why Wake Tech should be the place where you get your certifications. I will say it's great for everybody. You will see people from all ages and none of them get treated different. At least in my case, I have all the courses that I've been looking for, all the technical ones especially. Is multicultural. You will see people from different countries, different places, and you won't see nobody treating them incorrectly or bad. And then I also got three big factors. It is very prestigious when contractors or employees sees that you've been graduated or you get your certification from WakeTech, they know that you got the real knowledge because you got out from a really, really good college. It's also affordable compared to another colleges where prices will be really big, and not because Wake Tech's prices are affordable means that it's bad. On the contrary, it's really good, and that's the other point I want to get. They are very innovative. If you can see right now in the times of coronavirus, we have gotten to do all these Microsoft Teams and Zoom calls, and I think WakeTech has excelled on it, trying to teach the students. Just think about this. 1 year ago, we will never be thinking about having this meeting right now through Microsoft Teams. But right now, thanks to all the work that has been employed on WakeTech, and thanks to all the innovations, we've been able to do this. And well, now we have 5 more minutes, so it's time for a Q&A. If you got any questions.
Thank you. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead and ask your questions now. If you need to raise your hand to ask a question or to speak, you can raise your hand with the hand button that's at the top of your screen.
Good job. And what's after that?
Yeah, very good.
No questions?
I have a comment. I just wanted to say congratulations to Antonio.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Antonio, how can we contact you if we want to discuss more with you and about your journey?
I will write on the conversation, a chat. I will write my email address and I will also write my phone number.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions? I saw a hand raised, Tracy.
I asked my question already, but I do have a follow-up. How is it that you're able to manage being an instructor and then apartment maintenance technician and then also be a curriculum student at the same time?
Well, that's something that honestly a lot of people has asked me, and I feel like in my case it's all about being resilient. Like I can actually tell you I don't have that much personal time, honestly. I try to put all my efforts towards me studying and my career. And the good thing is at my work, my people, like my property manager, they really like me and they really respect me, so they let me take my time sometimes, let me get some free days or some free time to finish with my classes or to prepare one class. And yeah, I think it's always about being resilient, and I know that this will help me forever. So meanwhile I got the opportunity, I will give it all I got to be able to do all this at the same time, even if it's hard and even if I don't have that much free time. I If that answers your question, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just about being resilient.
Thank you
Thank
so much for your question. I appreciate it. If anybody else has any other questions, I did put in the chat if you have questions or are interested in signing up for one of our sessions to make sure that you can email the registrar below, or you can also contact the Wake Forest Continuing Education Registrar Office using the button that's indicated in the chat. Thank you so much for attending this session, and we hope everyone has a great day.